As you make your way through the terrain, your herbalist. After a tough fight, you finally clear the area of those nasty spiders. Within their you approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out. You carefully. Giants and attack them from the shadows before they have a chance to react. Another night for thanks to the lapidary. You come across the ruin. As you search, you beat the enemy and find a hidden stockroom nearby. You follow the map given to you by the prince. The tower stands ajar, and so you take a few steps forwards, and you see the princess sitting royally on an icy throne, her body frozen still and only her eyes moving. You hear her voice in your heads, angry, changed, more malevolent and inhuman than before.
So you have come. Will you gloat at my defeat, or will you take part in my glory and claim great treasures for your people? This tower has always been a trap, waiting for me to arrive. He designed it so.
Only now you notice a large black swan sitting on a ledge up above the throne. frozen just as the princess. She continues.
But it was not a lie. You see the pearls I wear on my neck? They bring great power, but they also unlock a secret chamber, one filled with treasures.
You see a wraith, one of the royal guards, appear before you. No, please don't do it. It took us so long to get here. Finally she is trapped. Finally she can do no more evil. If you help her, her power will be unleashed once more. She is evil, whether from birth or by her parents' neglect or a curse. Who knows and who cares? She is what she is. But she is still of noble blood, and we have sworn to keep her safe. This was always the plan, to get her here. Only the darkness came and made it hard for us to find it. Just leave this place, please. No, she speaks true. Only she can access any treasures that this tower may hold. But beware, whatever you get from this dark place, it will likely carry consequences. Just leave.
Yes, clever peasants. Strike down the black swan's head and burn it in a fire. This will release me. I will then open the vault for you.
You strike down the swan's head and burn it in a fire, and as the flames devour its black feathers, you hear the screams of a boy. The ice around the princess melts, and she is released.
Well done, my underlings, well done. I see my body remains as it was, but no matter. I am free from the bonds of this cursed swan. As promised, I give you your reward. It awaits at the bottom of the tower. And before you start your annoying questions, I have to be sure you will not attack me after you get your reward. Thus it will appear to you only once you leave me be.
You leave the tower behind you, and you see a thick mist devour it in its white milky veil. You walk a few steps more, and find a large chest on the ground before you. You come across the ruin, you rummage, you beat the enemy, and find a hidden stockroom nearby. You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are... The lead dwarf spits and grunts. Your men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence. The dwarf leader listens to you. Defeated the dwarven bandits. You realize a few of them have somehow broken their weapons in a... Your village is swarmed by the wailing wraiths. They are a force of pure dark. Those who know the mystical ways of magic create a protect. You know an old ritual that... Your willpower proves stronger than the malicious force of the wailing wraiths. There has been an increase in vermin in your village over the last few days. You have dealt with the rodents, but you are in luck. The village was well stocked with... Your herbalist prepares lotions and salves and tries their best to sway the tide of the illness. Unfortunately, the plague overwhelms. You are ambushed by a shadow giant and his minions. You defeat the shadow giant and its minions of darkness. You travel through the hills in search of resources, and you come across the remains of an old settlement. The two orcs speak together in a foreign tongue, which a woman nods to her men, then turns to you again.
Good. I must admit that I did not expect so much sense from your kind.
You come across a hidden stash, and it looks like whatever it... You have your loot safe in hand. You find the...
Yes, in healing wound. Well done. You did your part, so I will do mine. Here, take this.
You come across, you rummage through, you beat the enemy and find a hidden stockroom nearby. You go down to the fields to check if any crops survived this night, and you discover a large molehill on your way. A peculiar-looking mole carrying a small shovel pops up from the hill and exclaims, "Ahoy!" It seems really happy about something. You know a thing or two about moles, and you know this one is more likely a Kurtachek, a friendly type of field demon. The Kurtachek seems to be staring intensely at your clothes, then looking down at itself, very sad. You seem to remember these spirits have a thing about clothes. The Kurtachek takes the offering and clapped its little paws in joy, exclaiming once more, "Ahoy!" It then disappears into the molehill and returns briefly to give you a bundle with presents. You enter what used to be. You search. You defeat your enemy. You continue your scouting and find an old stockroom, still. As you explore the land, a long shadow covers the sun for a moment. When you try to run, but the black smoke. You try to huddle together, hoping that the closeness of. You find the remnant no sooner. You beat the enemy and find a hidden treasury nearby. You find the area marked X on your map, but it seems like it's just a pile of stones. You take some time to move the rocks, but there is still not much there. It could well be that the supposed treasure is buried beneath, but since there are no signs of it, it may be a false lead, or maybe it was just a very long time ago. The dig took long hours, and you now fear you may collapse soon, so when you finally hit what looks like a chest, you hope to the gods it was worthwhile. You open up the chest and find some of the stuff has long been broken or Before you is a group of black wolves attacking something. You see that the child is clearly protected. You send a... You won. Despite your great victory, you find that the wolf...